Imagine the person you love most suddenly starts to change. Not just their behavior, but their entire soul. And the scariest part? You realize they're no longer human. Rose thought she was just going on a simple hiking trip with her boyfriend. But what was meant to be a romantic getaway quickly turned into a nightmare when she realized the man beside her wasn't the man she thought she knew. This isn't just a story about love gone wrong, it's a fight for survival against something that looks like us, but isn't. Harry and Rose are a couple in love. One day, Harry invites Rose to go on a hike in a remote wilderness. But here's the thing, while Rose thinks it's just a casual hike, Harry actually has a hidden agenda. As they make their way through the trail, chatting and laughing, they don't notice a strange red meteor streaking across the sky. Oddly enough, it crashes right near the destination they're heading to. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, a deer grazing peacefully suddenly becomes alert. Something's moving in the bushes. On the way, Harry and Rose stop by a small roadside burger joint to grab a bite. As they eat, a little boy approaches and asks if they saw a red meteor fall from the sky. But they just brush it off and don't think much of it. Once full, they arrive at the base of the mountain. Rose gazes at the dense forest ahead, feeling a bit uneasy, while Harry is clearly excited and encourages her to get out of the car. They walk deeper into the woods. Along the way, Rose hears strange, animal-like growls behind them. She turns to look, but nothing's there. Unbeknownst to them, something hidden in the jungle is already watching. As night falls, they pitch a tent to rest before continuing their hike the next day. In the middle of the night, Rose wakes up needing to use the bathroom. She steps outside, only to be startled by a dark shadow darting past her. She quickly stands up and sees a deer. But isn't this the same deer we saw earlier? Harry, hearing the commotion, comes out too and laughs at her for being scared of a deer. The next morning, Harry mysteriously leads Rose to the edge of a cliff. The view is breathtaking, it's the perfect spot. He confesses his love and pulls out a ring. That's right, he's proposing. But Rose's reaction is off. She stumbles back and nearly falls off the cliff, but Harry catches her just in time. Shaken, she pulls out a bottle of pills and takes a few before calming down. Looking at Harry's hopeful eyes, she sadly turns him down. We learn that Rose grew up in a broken home, which left her with deep emotional scars. Her condition often flares up unexpectedly, and it's made her fearful of marriage. She tries to explain, but Harry walks away, clearly hurt. After that, their relationship starts to change in subtle ways. Later, as Rose searches for cell signal in the forest, she stumbles across a dead deer on the ground, its body covered in black, disgusting growths. Harry guesses it might be some kind of fungal infection, but the real question is, what kind of virus can crack open a deer's skull like that? They still don't realize that danger is drawing closer. While Harry is cooking, Rose decides to explore a bit. In the woods, she finds a cave with glowing blue liquid dripping at the entrance. Curious, she follows the trail deeper inside. Time passes. Rose doesn't return. Worried, Harry goes looking and eventually finds her, just standing there, frozen. Something about her seems off. But he shrugs it off and they return to camp. That night, Harry wakes up to find Rose gone again. He rushes out to search for her, calling her name, but there's no reply. Then, bam! He turns around and finds Rose standing behind him with a knife. What's going on here? She says she heard strange animal sounds and came to check. Harry calms her down and they return to the tent. But here's the creepy part, Rose doesn't blink the entire night. The next morning, Harry decides it's time to leave. But Rose surprises him by saying she's changed her mind, she wants to marry him after all. On one condition, he has to propose again, at the same spot. So they return to the cliff. Harry kneels down once more and pulls out the ring. Finally, success. Or not. What just happened? Rose stumbles through the forest, fainting shortly after. She's found by a kind couple who take her back to their camp. When they ask what happened, she says she doesn't remember. But what they don't know is, this woman just pushed her fiancé off a cliff. The wife notices Rose sitting in a daze and tries asking more questions, but Rose still claims she remembers nothing. Her odd behavior raises red flags, and the wife begins to suspect something's wrong. Just as she turns to speak with her husband, Rose pulls out a knife and points it at them. Wait a second, is that Harry? Didn't he fall off a cliff? He's somehow standing there without a scratch. The husband senses danger and tries to stop him, but Harry slashes him with his hand, which now has razor-sharp claws. Just like that, he's gone. The wife, panicked, tries to run but hears her husband's voice calling her. As she walks toward it, bright lights blind her. She calls out, unsure if it's really him. Then, bam! His head splits open, just like the deer's. She screams and runs. But it's too late. Harry captures Rose again and demands to know how she figured out his secret. Turns out, when Rose entered that cave, she saw Harry's real dead body. From that moment on, she knew the man beside her wasn't the real Harry. That explains her strange behavior. She was playing along, waiting for a chance to escape. But how is this impostor still alive after falling off a cliff? Rose confronts him, demanding to know what he really is. He finally confesses, he's an alien scout sent to Earth to gather intel before the main invasion force arrives. But when he tries to hurt Rose, something strange happens. He can't do it. His body won't let him. Because in copying Harry's form, he also inherited Harry's love for Rose. That love is now part of him, and it's holding him back. Rose tries to run, but he quickly catches her. She hits him with a rock, but he heals instantly. Instead of getting mad, he confesses his love for her and takes her to the beach to show her his spaceship. He wants Rose to leave Earth and live with him on another planet, because the invasion is near. Rose notices a knife in his pocket and pretends to agree. When he's not looking, she grabs the knife and stabs him, then makes a run for the ocean. Harry gives chase, but the wound slows him down. The scent of blood attracts a great white shark. Aliens may have insane healing powers, but can he survive a shark attack? Rose's plan was smart, using nature against him. But sadly, it doesn't work. Even the shark gets taken out. This guy just won't die. Rose runs back to camp, thinking it's finally over. But Harry shows up again, this time, truly angry. He drags her back to the cave and uses his alien tendrils to link their bodies. Slowly, he transforms into Rose's exact replica, copying not just her appearance, but her thoughts, and her mental illness. Realizing this, Rose begins provoking him with her words. It works. He starts having a breakdown. He searches for Rose's medication, but the bottle is empty. While he's distracted, Rose breaks free and keeps taunting him. Eventually, he collapses, gasping for air. Rose approaches and finishes him off. She grabs the car keys and races to the vehicle, thinking she's finally escaped this nightmare. But then, the car's radio crackles, an alien voice comes through. She looks up at the sky and sees it, more red meteors falling from above. The invasion has begun. This film isn't just a sci-fi thriller. It digs deep into the issues of trust and emotional trauma in relationships. In real life, even the people we think we know best, do we really know them? If Rose hadn't discovered the real Harry's body in that cave, would she have ever known the man beside her wasn't him? This story isn't just suspenseful, it makes you reflect on love, trust, and human nature. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to support the channel. See you in the next video.